Hey there, tech fans. Today I have the brand new GOOLOO GT160 dual portable air compressor. This product allows you to quickly and easily inflate the tires on your car, your truck, your motorcycle, your bike, or even blow up a basketball or an inflatable raft pretty much anywhere you need to. Now, before I get too deep into what this product provides, because it has a couple of cool features, I thought I'd start off with an unboxing first, just to show you everything that's included with the product. And then I'll spend some time and talk about what's different with this particular air compressor, because again, I've reviewed a lot of GOOLOO products, and they make some really nice things, but this one is different, especially if you're looking for a portable air compressor, and I'll get into that in a minute. But once I've finished with the unboxing and talk about the special features, I'd like to take it outside and show you how it works inflating some tires on my car. I'll also do a closer look to show you the connections and indicators and basically how to use it. And then I'll come back one more time and point out some of the special features that this product provides that you can use to compare it to other portable air compressors you may be considering. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first pop open the box, you'll find the GT160, about 2 pounds. It's a little bit heavy, but it's got a couple of cool features that justify that additional weight. Also included is a carry bag. I like that because it protects the unit. It also keeps everything nice and organized, so when you put it in the back of your car, you've got the bag back there, you open it up, you've got everything you need to use the portable air compressor. You'll find a charging cable. It's a short USB-A to USB-C. You can plug the USB-A end into any standard USB wall charger, and the USB-C end plugs directly into the unit and provides all the power from that charger to charge this unit in very short order. One nice feature this product provides is fast charging. So if you have a PD charger, you can use this with that PD charger to quickly charge the internal batteries. You'll find a connection hose for your tires. You'll basically screw this into the top of the unit finger tight, and then you can use this on your tires directly for your bike, your motorcycle, or your car. And there's a ton of adapters. One cool feature I want to show you is that they've actually included kind of a hidden compartment here on the bottom that when you open it up, look at that, there's a storage space for the standard ones you're going to use. So there's a basketball pump in there, there's an adapter for some of the foreign bicycles, there's also an adapter there if you're going to blow up a raft or something like that. And look at that, it's magnetically closed, so you have everything you need inside the unit. Also, in addition to those adapters, they've got another one that's a little bit wider for things like larger rafts or maybe a kiddie pool, and then another adapter you can use, again, with those specialized bicycle stems. And then finally, a full instruction manual is also included. It's a very simple unit to use, but having a manual like this explains all the features and functions the product provides, so I always recommend reading the manual so you make sure you get the best value out of the product. All right, so let's talk about the pump itself. How exciting can a portable pump be? Well, for a long time, people that made portable pumps had a single compression engine inside of it, so a single cylinder, which worked okay. But if you've used some of those older compression pumps, some of the portable ones, or even the ones you connect to your car, they take a long time to pump up a tire because they can't really move that much air. Because fundamentally what this does is draw air in from the outside, compresses it, and then sends it up the tube to pump up your tire. And the way that works in any air compression system is inside the product there's what I'll call a compression engine, which is nothing more than a cylinder with a piston that's sealed, pushing down to the bottom of that cylinder, compressing the air. It draws in air at the top and pushes it out the bottom at a higher pressure. And that works great for larger air compressors because you can have a gigantic piston. The problem is, in a smaller unit like this, you can't have a really big compression engine. So how do you force more air up the tube to inflate your tires more quickly or blow up your basketball in a shorter amount of time? Well, GOOLOO thought about that, and what they did with the GT160 Dual is they put 2 compression engines inside. So when you're pumping up your tires, it's going to draw air in both ends of the unit, and it's going to compress it and deliver more air up the hose. It also inflates your tires a lot more quickly. So they've really come up with a clever solution to pushing more air out the end without increasing the size of this portable air compressor. This unit can deliver up to 160 psi. Now that's higher than all the other air compressors on the market, and that's a big innovation on their part. In addition to that, this unit is also a large battery bank. It has 10,000 milliampere hours of internal energy, so you can use that to pump up a bunch of tires or pump up a basketball or a bunch of basketballs or even a big raft or a kiddie pool. But you can also use this as a portable battery bank. So all that energy that's stored inside, you can plug in a USB-A cable here and charge your phone, your tablet, your camera, whatever you charge at home, you can charge from that USB-A port. And they've also built in a flashlight, which I think is a nice touch. So if you've got to pump up a tire and it's dark on the side of the road, you can turn on the light and you can see exactly what you're doing. So I really think they've thought of everything. One other cool innovation that I like a lot about this product is I've always fumbled with all the attachments I need to pump up a basketball or maybe adapt it for a specific tire or that raft attachment. And okay, they're inside the bag, but you know what happens. I mean, things fall out of the bag and then you can't find them. GOOLOO actually thought about that. There's a little bit of room in the bottom and they built in this nice storage compartment right there where all of the products are held. So this way you've got the things you're going to use most often right in the front. And watch this. It's magnetically attached, so it snaps right back in and you can take this with you and know you've got most of what you need to pump up your tires or blow up your basketball. Now, I've shown you what's in the kit. I've talked a little bit about the product. Next, I'm going to show you it in action. Then I'm going to do a closer look on the product and show you all the features and functions and different ports. And then I'll come back one more time and remind you what separates the GT160 Dual from a lot of other air compressors on the market that are portable, and even a lot of products that GOOLOO makes, just so you understand the value, and you can use that to compare it to other products you may be considering. So stay tuned for the demo, and then I'll come back with that closer look and some final thoughts. Okay, the first thing you'll want to do is check the door jamb of your car where they normally list the pressure for each of the tires, and it could be different for the front or the back. So make sure you know what the tire pressure should be for your car. And then you'll go to the tire you'd like to inflate, take the valve stem cap off, and then power up the unit. And once you move it to the correct position for the car right there, you can make an adjustment to the tire pressure. In my case, it's 32 psi. Then you can simply connect this up to the tire that you want to pump up, put it over top of it like that, and then pull down on that tongue, and it'll tell you the current pressure, which in my case is 30 psi. So if I tap the start button, it'll go to 32 and then it'll shut off. So you've got the right pressure, you can disconnect that, move on to your next tire. And it really is just that easy. On the front of the product, you'll find a large color display that shows you the current PSI. So when you connect this to a tire, it'll give you a reading of what the current pressure is in that tire, as well as the cutoff pressure that you've set. Now you have a couple of different choices for the mode you're in. It remembers what your last setting was for the particular mode. So right now I'm in car mode. To change it, I'll hit this button right here. Now I've moved to motorcycle mode. It's set the cutoff at 35 and I can change that. I'll move to bicycle. Now I'll move to basketball, and then there's one custom mode where I can make it any pressure I want. So as I rotate through these, I'm ready to go for my car. I happen to know my car needs 32 psi, so it's set and it remembers that. This is how you turn it on right there. You'll hold that down for a couple of seconds. It's also how you start the pump. Over here you'll see a plus and minus. These are used to adjust that pressure. So if I want to go up to 33, I'll tap the plus, go back down to 32 by hitting minus. And then finally, here's the light button. So if I hit that, it turns the light on, and I can move to a flashing light as well, or back to the regular light, and then I can turn it off by holding it down again. On the top of the unit, you'll find a series of connections. There's a USB-C port. That's used for charging the unit. You can use the cable that's included with the kit. You'll plug the USB-C end of it in there, plug the USB-A end into a fast charger, and you can charge the unit quickly. To the right of that is a USB-A port, and that's an output port. So again, you can use the cable that's included with the kit, plug it in there, and connect it up to any device that charges through a USB-C port. If you've got another type of connection, you can use your own cable there. That's the flashlight, and this is the port you'll connect the hose to pump up your tires. And that's pretty much it. You'll find venting on the top and the bottom. That's where the air is drawn in. So when you're using this, hold it in your hand or set it down flat on the ground like that so these are open and they can pull air in to actually compress and then put out that output port right there. That's pretty much it for the unit. I hope that demonstration and closer look were helpful. Now here are a few really important things to keep in mind when you're comparing the GOOLOO GT160 Dual portable air compressor with other models you may be considering. The first thing has to do with the fact that this has a dual compression engine inside. And that means you're going to get more air pressure at the hose, you can pump your tires up faster, you can inflate a raft in less time, and it just gives you a better experience overall so you're not sitting there on the side of the road for a long period of time trying to pump up your tires. Matter of fact, their testing has shown 4 times faster using something like this, which is really nice. In addition to that, this unit has a 10,000 milliampere hour battery internally, and that's larger than most other portable air compressors, which means you can use it more often. The charge will hang on for quite a long time, so you can put it in the back of your car. Heaven forbid you get a tire that's a little bit underinflated. You can pull it out of your trunk, put this on your tire, and pump it up. But that 10,000 milliampere hours of internal energy can also be used as a portable battery bank to charge your phone or your tablet or the kid's game console, whatever you've got that you would plug in at home to a USB charger, you can plug in here and charge it up. And then finally, they've also built in a flashlight, which I think is a really nice touch. So it allows you to see exactly what you're doing. You can use it as a flashlight if you're out camping, or if you're trying to pump up your tires. Sometimes it's hard to get a real good view of where that stem is, so that allows you to light it up. And the last thing I'll mention is I really, really like this color display. They've done a great job with this color display. It's one of the first ones I've seen that actually has a color display on it. And the reason I like that so much is that, watch when I rotate through the different settings. It goes from blue to light blue to orange to red. So I know exactly what I'm in, what mode I'm in, whether I've got it set for my car tires, or I've got it set for my bike tires or my basketball, or the custom setting on there. I also like the fact that it's got auto cutoff. So if I know my tires have to be pumped up to 32 PSI, I can set that on the front, hit the start button. It's going to be red because it's under the 32 PSI. And as it approaches that correct pressure, it actually turns green so that I know I'm ready to go. So I think what GOOLOO's done here is they've looked at the entire market of portable air compressors, and they thought a lot about what can we do to improve that, because these are pretty basic products, right? There's a battery inside, there's a compression engine. They took it a step further and said, why don't we put 2 of those compression engines in there, which will pump things up faster. It'll give us more PSI at the end of the nozzle. Can we improve the display? Sure, we can make it color. That'll be kind of nice. We have different colors for different modes that it's in. Can we add a light on the top? Yep, we can add a light to it. So I like it a lot, and I think if you're in the market for a portable air compressor, you'd have a hard time finding a nicer one than this. So hopefully you found this review helpful. Thanks an awful lot for watching, and until next time, as always, stay nerdy.